Now that you know how Germany works, you need to know who's running it. Now in 1890, we were a few Kaisers into Germany's power, and we were given Kaiser Wilhelm II, big guy on the left-hand side with a fantastic, may I say, moustache. See, Kaiser Wilhelm had a very interesting upbringing. Kaiser Wilhelm was the grandson of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria's children all married off around Europe, and he was the grandson of the British monarchy. In fact, that made him the direct cousin of the King of England as well. All of these things mean that the Kaiser, should we say, has a lot of pressure in his upbringing. He is going to be king of Germany, and Germany, to be honest, was not the strongest country in the world at this point. He had a number of issues, apparently, where he hated England. Apparently, he felt like Germany could be better. He saw the world as something to conquer. But the thing is that you really need to know is that the Kaiser had a vision for Germany, that he wanted Germany to be the strongest country on earth. That was his aim, and he called this is making sure that Germany would have her place in the sun. That's the phrase I want you to remember and stick in your heads. A place in the sun. Put Germany in the spotlight. Make everyone look and admire Germany. Now, the way that the Kaiser attempted to do this was to basically compete with Britain. He saw that the British Empire was earning the most money in the world completely. He saw that they were going through the Industrial Revolution, and they were basically a very powerful resource that everyone had to buy from. So he thought, I can make Germany do that. And so he started creating laws in Germany that encouraged industrialization. What that means is that there were going to be lots of factories in Germany suddenly. He was going to be making lots of products like chemicals, iron and steel, so that Germany could sell them. There are a number of ways he was very successful in doing this. Germany, in fact, over the space of a few years, was making more steel than England was. That's a massive upkeep and upheaval. But the thing is, the Kaiser's plan didn't exactly go for him. See, the Kaiser wanted to run Germany as Germany had been around for the last 20, 30 years, with the Kaiser at the top. Authoritarianism. I say what I want to do, and you do it. That's the Kaiser's plan. But the thing is, there are other ways to run countries other than one person being in charge. And some other ones you might have heard of, communism being one, which we'll get to later, but socialism is the important one right now. Socialism basically means workers, people who work in factories or jobs, are respected. They are given rights. For example, the right to a pension, so you don't have to work for the entirety of your lifetime. The right to days off or sick pay. If you're ill and can't work, you're still paid for that time. The right to be safe at work. These things kind of, you notice if you were ever working in a job, you kind of go, yeah, I should be treated right. There's no reason why you should treat me rubbish because you are the guy in control of the factory. You can't make the rules. And a lot of people, when they become workers, realise this and really fall and like these ideas of socialism. Now the thing is, by creating factories in Germany, the Kaiser in turn created loads more workers. The Kaiser was making loads of money, sure, and he was getting closer to that place in the sun, but there were lots of people in Germany that were now questioning how the system was being run. They wanted more rights. The Kaiser attempted to give them pensions, actually, but it didn't really work. People still wanted more rights, and they kept voting socialists into the Reichstag. Those men over 25 were voting politicians in who believed that workers should be given more power, more rights, which directly went against the Kaiser's ideas of how Germany should be run. We call it a double-edged sword. You want something to happen, but you've also kind of punched yourself in the face at the same time. So the Kaiser's plans for Germany are kind of going up and down, but that's the Kaiser's main issues in Germany, before World War I at least. The Kaiser tried to institute industrialization, create more factories, but in turn increased socialism in Germany, which I'll tell you now plays a factor in the future of Germany. So I've got some questions for you that if you can answer on your own, maybe using the textbook as well on Teams, you'll be able to know you're confident in this topic. So firstly, what's Kaiser Wilhelm's upbringing like? What was his life like before he was Kaiser? And how does that affect his worldview? What was the Kaiser's plan for Germany? What's industrialization? What's socialism? And why was socialism increasing in Germany? If you know the answers to those, you know you're confident in this topic. Good luck. See you later.